has there ever been a time when you've been so late that it was difficult? Good morning. How are you? Just woke up.
I actually did not want to. But
You
still,
did
I
not
woke
want
up.
to get up.
But I still woke up for your class.
Okay.
There was a sentence in our last session. No? There was a sentence where you were saying that it's wrong. Like I will definitely wait impatiently for my dad.
I will definitely. Yeah, that impatiently sentence. Yes.
But it's correct. I checked it. It can be written like this. Like we can say it in this way.
I was
Impatiently.
impatiently. No, see, you can use it. The sentence that you made, I don't recollect, but the way you expressed it was not correct.
This is the way.
Uh,
Actually, that I will definitely wait impatiently for my dad. This was the
I will
sentence.
definitely wait impatiently for my dad.
Yeah, or we could say I will wait impatiently for my dad if I remove definitely. The logic is about impatient word. It's correct to use it in this way.
Okay.
And I looked up for that word as well. Mundan. That's tonsure ceremony.
The hair cutting, where they shave the child bald,
Shave
mundan.
off their head.
Yeah, shave
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
When they shave the head. That's tonsure ceremony.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Today's
why
topic is
did we talk about mundan? I don't remember this mundan thing. Why you were not able to get the word at that time?
Yeah, I was asking you, ma'am, what's the word for it? You were saying like it's an occasion. I asked you there would
Okay.
be
So you were specifically talking about this, the shaving off, the mundan ceremony.
yes.
Okay. Hmm.
I was
Okay,
talking
mundan.
about myself. My nephew had this thing, Tonja ceremony. So I went somewhere else. I was avoiding that
What is
situation.
the word
That
that you're
was
using? What's the word that you're using? What ceremony?
Tonja, Tonjure or Sure. Tonsure.
Tonsure.
Sure. But we
Tonsure,
pronounce it
that's a part of
Tonja.
the. Mm, no. Tonsure is usually when only a part of the head is left, hair is shaved, no? It's portion. A part of the head is left bare, but the rest of the hair is there.
Like tail type.
Not tail type. Like, around you have hair, but in one part you don't have. The definition says that it's a part of the hair left bare on the top by shaving off the hair.
But what
So,
I read that was completely different. It was shaving off the head of the child, and it indicates the new life or new beginning, something like that. In Indian
okay.
culture, it's something we follow that represents our culture. Like that, it was. I didn't write the definition. I was just looking up for the word.
Okay.
I'll go through it again.
Okay. Okay. Shaving off one's hair in the Indian culture, I'm not sure what is the exact name, but this name that you're giving me, tonsure, I think I'll have to. Uh, anyways, that's fine. Tonsure. Let me just make a note of it. All right.
Today's
So
topic
today, our topic.
completely.
Yeah, today's topic,
Completely
punctuality and
opposite of
time management.
I'm
So,
very
what are
bad at
your
it.
views on the topic? Would you
You were
say that
asking?
you're a punctual person? Are you
No, I'm
somebody
not.
who's punctual?
I'm not.
But for my classes, I see that you're always there on time.
Yes, well, it depends on the, I would say, situation of the things. If I take that thing very seriously, I would be punctual. I would be a punctual student or a punctual person. But if I don't take it very seriously and if I take them very casually, then in that case, I'm not a punctual person.
Hmm.
It depends on my mood.
Okay.
In general, I'm not a punctual person.
Okay.
If I talk about other
So,
things,
what makes it difficult for you to be punctual? What are the challenges that you face when that cause you to be impunctual?
see, as I told you, I'm a bit moody. It's very difficult for me to follow a routine for longer period. It makes me bored, right? So that is
It
why,
makes you bored. Mm.
yes.
Okay.
And as I told you, it's just because of my mood.
Mm.
That's it. Sometimes I feel very energetic. I wake up early and go to my work, like whatever work I have, I go to that work and do all the household chores on time, right? And sometimes I don't feel like I feel gloomy, dull, and sad. Like I don't know what happens with me. I don't feel like doing anything some days. In that case, I would. So it's basically when you are a moody, you don't take things seriously. So you can't say you are a punctual person or dedicated towards your work.
Hmm. Okay. So, uh, has there ever been a time when you've been so late that it was difficult for you to justify the reason for your delay?
It never happened with me. Nothing like that.
So, if you go late for a meeting or if you go late for an appointment, how do you excuse yourself?
Yeah, I remember it happened in the January.
Hmm.
I had to go there for my checkup. There was an appointment with a doctor, AIMS doctor, and I was late. Follow up appointment, I would say, because I had my surgery done. So the next or the after a few days, I don't remember. After 2 days, I had to go there. I had to visit the doctor again, but I was late, so I made an excuse. Like I live quite far, and that was impossible for me to come on time at that time. So basically, this is. She was like, "Okay, come with me. I'll do something."
So, when you went, you were able to get the doctor. How late were you?
Around two
What was
hours.
the delay?
I think 2 hours.
Oh, that's a huge delay. So some you were lucky that you were able to get her because sometimes the doctor might leave and then you would have
Yes,
been in
that is why.
a
That is
problem.
why. And the staff was very supporting, and there was a what, chowkidar. What is that?
There was a
What,
security person.
yeah, a security person. He was saying, "Okay, ma'am, wait. I'll get the doctor. Once the doctor come, I'll talk to them. I'll talk to her."
Hmm. Okay. So you were lucky that you were able to get her after 2 hours and she didn't leave for the day or there were no, the appointments didn't move on to the other patients who were in queue waiting their
Yeah.
turn to meet her for consultation. So that's good. So, why do you think being punctual is important? To be punctual, it's important in a person's life. Why so?
It's I don't know about importance, but it's a good thing. I would say if you are punctual, I would say you are an ambitious person. You are working towards something, even if you are at home doing household chores. But if you wake up at time and giving your output, doing something with your full dedication, so it's somewhere
Hmm.
I would say there is a routine you
Hmm.
follow. right? If
Okay.
I talk about my badminton, right? Uh, I have been playing for the past few days, and
Hmm.
there's a routine of it, and I'm feeling very good because it's some way
Mm-hmm.
helping me to reduce my weight. I don't know about actually
Hmm.
whether I'm reducing it or not, but it some way helps you to be physically fit, right?
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you are punctual, you get the output. I would say punctual for anything,
Yes.
even if it is for playing badminton, doing household chores, or taking classes on clapping hook. It shows your
Okay.
dedication,
Right.
right?
So, what motivated you to start badminton? Was it intrinsic or
I was
extrinsic?
into badminton since my childhood, but I was not getting anyone to play with me. And there was no one to play with me. So right now, there is a boy I found in the park. Basically, luckily, he's interested actually. So he comes daily there.
Very
So I
good.
play with him. Small boy.
Okay. Good. Mm-hmm.
He is actually good
So,
at playing badminton.
okay. So, how can a person imbibe punctuality in their life? So, you spoke about challenges that you face when you're trying to be punctual. So, how can you imbibe being punctual? What are some ways?
I think, ma'am, there is no way actually. It's all about your mental strength. If
Yeah,
you're
so that's a
serious
way. That's
towards
your
it,
mental
if
strategy.
you need to be a serious person. You need to take those things seriously. Then only you can
So,
be
that
a
is your
punctual.
way, that's your approach, that's your attitude. If you're serious, if you have a serious attitude, then you'll be able to
Towards
be
it. Yeah,
punctual.
this is the only
Yeah,
thing that can help you to imbibe punctuality, I would
right.
say.
The choices that you make. You have a choice to sleep late, you have a choice to get up and do exercises. So it's a choice that you make. And depending on your choice, you will get the benefit for it. So
Yes.
it's okay. So uh now you mentioned that you've started playing badminton. So how were you able to fit in the time for badminton into your regular schedule? Talk a little bit of time management now. How did you manage the timings? How did you
Mom,
rework your daily routine?
I'm a free person. I'm not a busy person.
Okay.
I had that time. I'm just utilizing that time now.
Okay. So now you've started utilizing that free time in a more
Yes.
constructive manner.
Yeah, I would say that. Yes, in a more constructive manner.
Okay. So would you say that if a person is not punctual, okay, does it uh, does it cause you to form an impression about that person? Let's say you're
Yes,
supposed to
that
meet.
yeah.
Hmm.
General, what we say about this type of person who is not punctual, or that this person is not serious in his life towards anything, towards his job. If that person is not punctual for his work, in that case we
Hmm.
would say like he's not serious for his work. He's
Hmm.
not taking his life seriously.
Okay. So if you meet, if you have an appointment with somebody, let's say you plan to meet somebody at a given time and the person is late, what's the impression or how would you react to that person when they come in?
Well,
Finally,
I
when they
can answer
arrive,
this
how would you
question.
react?
I can easily answer this question because it has happened with me many times, and especially in case of my students. They would call me and ask me, Didi, you have to be there at this time. And they wouldn't come themselves, and they would come around like half an hour late or 1 hour late. They would make me stand over there for so long.
So,
So
how would you respond?
it shows they do not take me seriously. They do not take my words seriously. They take me like anything, like casually. "Okay, Didi, to hai, chhod." But if I were their boss, they would have taken me seriously. Na? They would have reached there on time.
Mm. So,
It
do
means
you
they are
get
not
angry and
taking.
scold them? Do you
Oh,
scold
so
them when they
I
finally
rebuked
reach?
them literally on the road. Literally, they say, "दीदी धीरे बोलो ना, please लोग देख रहे हैं." तो बदतमीज. They are 20
Okay.
plus. They should keep this thing in
But
their mind.
at least you're patient enough to wait. There are some people who are so impatient that they go away. They don't wait anymore. They just leave and go because they don't wish to wait on the road anymore and they might go away. And then when you ask them, why did you leave? I eventually came. They'll say,
I'm
you
not
were
that
late,
kind
so
of
I left.
person. I'm not that kind of
Yeah,
person.
that's what I'm saying. There, at least you have the decency to wait.
Because
A
I think
person
I
might be
have
late
made
for
a
many
commitment.
reasons.
Yeah, I have made a commitment. I have promised something. So I should fulfill that.
Mm, okay. So, talking about time management, how do you, would you say that you effectively use the 24 hours each day that you have?
No, not. I'm not using them. That is what
Okay.
pissing me off.
So, what are your time wasters? What
What
are
happens
things
with me
that you
is
do
something,
that are robbing
bad
you of your
happens.
time?
See, there are various aspects. There are various things you deal with on a daily basis, right? If
Right.
something goes wrong in one aspect, or I would say in one thing, that impacts me, and the impact of that thing will be there on each and every other thing, like other works as well. That's going
It's a
to
ripple
my whole,
effect, it passes on.
yeah, that will ruin my whole day, my other activities as well. So
Give me an
if
example.
suppose something bad happens with me, like if I talk about my shares, okay, if I
Your
incur some
share.
shares, if I talk about shares,
Okay.
right, and suppose if I incur some loss, right, I'll dwell on that thing. I will keep thinking about that
Okay.
the rest of the day. And
Right.
I will not focus
Mm-hmm.
on this class. I will not focus on other things. And in
Mm-hmm.
time management, don't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
I would sleep all the day. I would try to avoid that
Okay.
situation by sleeping. That is
Okay.
why I don't wake up all like that happens with me. I try to
Mm.
find the way to escape from that situation.
Mm-hmm. So, is that something that you have learned over the years that has worked for you? So you continue
I
doing
have
it,
been
or is
like
it?
this since childhood.
Hmm. So where did you learn it from? Because you would have seen it somewhere, right? And modeled it. It's
What?
not something that came naturally, this
What?
behavior. You
Yeah,
learned
like
this
this behavior
behavior.
is mine. It's natural. It's mine. I have not learned it from anywhere.
So would you say that any of your parents are of this kind? So you
No, they are
modeled
not.
them.
And they were not. He was not
Okay.
actually.
So did they ever try to change this when you were a young girl? Did they
I
try
never
to
told
correct
them.
this behavior? No, but
They
you don't
never
have to
took
tell.
me
People can
seriously.
observe.
They never took me seriously. They never listened to me actually.
Mm,
No
okay.
one takes me seriously.
So how do you feel? You know that it's not a good thing, yet you continue to practice it.
Yeah, I
So what
try
do
to
you feel?
avoid it, not to dwell on it, not to
Hmm.
delve into the reasons for all these things. But still it happens. What I'm supposed to do now? Please help me.
No, at least. So I was saying that now that you've realized you're in that level of self-awareness that, okay, this is something, this is a tendency that you have. How do you deal with it? So, for example, you've just given me, you made a statement a while ago that now for the past few days you've started playing badminton and you're really enjoying it. So you're using your time constructively. So why don't you use more such opportunities of your
I
24-hour?
look forward to for those types of things. Like, but I don't find anyone. See, you
Why
know,
can't you do things on your own? Why do you always need to have a companion?
the things which I can do on my own, I'm already doing those things. like taking class on
But
clapping book,
okay,
household chores, teaching, going market, supermarket, everywhere alone. What else is left?
okay. So do you feel that, when it comes to time management, uh, it is a necessity today in our lives to be able
Yes,
to manage our time well? Why? In the past, was it a necessity for people of the older generations? Was time management a necessity?
it has always been, I believe. They were more
Okay,
punctual and managed as compared to today's generation.
okay. So,
Yeah, it's a necessity.
what,
See,
you've seen that your parents are opposite to you. They're very punctual people, or they have a lot of time management practices that they follow. So, how do they do it?
because they have been
What's stopping
conditioned
you?
in that way. Their parents have
Yeah.
conditioned them in that way.
Okay. So,
Their
why
parents used
can't
to
you
make them,
condition yourself when you know that it's a good habit?
as
What
I
is
told
stopping
you,
you?
I try to, ma'am, but somewhere when something bad happens with me, as I told you, then I go back to that phase again, sleeping mode and depression and all that. It's not an easy thing to do, I would say, at this age. You can't motivate yourself each and every day or every other day. It's very difficult. It's good if you are getting
Okay.
something in return. As long as you are getting positive outcome or something good in return, it's good. You can motivate yourself. You feel motivated, but
Okay.
not when you are actually experiencing something bad,
Hmm.
not think anything positive around you. So that puts me back always. I take a step back again.
Hmm. So, do you feel that, when you see the kids that you teach, um, what are your takeaways or your inputs to them when it comes to punctuality and time management? What are some of the things you, as a teacher or as a guide or as a sister, try to teach them when it comes to punctuality and time management?
See, I never interacted with my students. I never had this kind of interaction with my students, or should I
Okay.
say
So
conversation.
if your student is late for a class,
Yeah, that
do you
was
not correct them? Do you not reprimand
I was
them?
coming to that point. It happens
Okay.
most of the time only in one case. That is when they are late.
Okay.
And
So how do you respond?
I usually ask them to come on time. They generally come up with the excuses, stupid excuses, I would say. Ma'am, I was sleeping. That is why I got late.
Hmm.
So I tell them, oh, I should
Lame
sleep.
excuses.
Yeah, lame excuses.
Lame excuses. Hmm.
I was trying to use
Okay.
it. Then I got confused. I said, nothing.
Yeah. So lame is a better word. Say lame excuses. They come up with lame
I generally
excuses.
say lame
Okay.
excuses
Then what happened?
because it's you now. Need to make sure whatever I'm using the right word now. I was thinking
No, it
something
doesn't have to be high
last time
funda. It has to be natural.
I generally say lame excuses in front of students or in front of everyone. That is it.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop there. I just realized we have about 2 minutes or 3 minutes to go. A few things. Uh, when you're when you are a moody, is that correct? When
No,
you are a moody,
no.
what will you say?
When you are a movie,
Mm.
Can be
What is the
rephrased.
correct way to say?
I'm a moody.
When you are moody, when you
When you
are
are
moody,
in a bad mood,
when you are in a bad mood, or when you are moody. You don't have to say moody. When you are moody, okay? Don't say When you are moody,
will I ever learn the
then the next
particles, ma'am?
it happened in the Jan. It happened in January, in Jan, not in the Jan. It happened in Jan. Okay. Once the doc come, what will you say? Once the doc comes,
Did I say
comes,
come?
come. Once
That's
the doc
absolutely right.
comes, okay, then come, no, with your full dedication. Why do you have to say your? With full dedication, or with all your dedication, or with complete dedication would be the most ideal.
With complete
Don't have
dedication, huh?
to say your, because you cannot use anybody
Understood.
else's dedication. Okay? Just say with complete dedication.
Okay.
A routine of it. When you were talking about badminton, you said it has become a routine of it. What will
Of
you
it,
say? Of it.
it has become my routine.
No, a routine for it. Something about, getting up early, and we were talking about time management. So you said a routine of it, not
Yeah.
of it, but for it. It has become a routine for it.
There I was confused about of or preposition. Yeah.
And don't say parents, you will say parents.
Parents. I know.
Parents. Yeah.
Parents.
As long as you're getting positive outcome, as long as you're getting a positive outcome or positive outcomes, plural. As long as you're getting positive outcomes, or as long as you're getting a positive outcome.